Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Dark Hatred, who wanted me to do the Gundam Ground Type Weapons Rack version in the Urban Combat Colors from Gundam Build Fighters Battlogue. I did the, or matter of fact, I think it's Gundam Breaker Mobile Battlogue? I forget. I'm gonna have to look up the exact name of it, but and hopefully get it right. But, yeah, this is as close as I could get, because the nice little, like, lining colors on the model kit are not really possible here because of, you know, it's hard to do, like, fancy stripes in the GVO color system. I did use the one new camouflage color scheme, though, to put some semblance of that orange on the shoulders and the ankles, which I felt like were the most easiest places to put them without them totally overpowering the darker colors. So this is, I am really kind of pushing my luck here. I am playing a Gundam Ground Type Weapons Rack in a 500 rated room. I've got two Shazam Galluses and I think a Night Seeker Vosky Space on my team. And also a Gazome is the last team member, I believe. Trying to Vulcan that person to death didn't quite get it done. Don't have enough Vulcan shots left. But I can, as soon as that Mark II is vulnerable, I can hopefully get them. Or somebody else can. One of those. Definitely one of those. Is it me? Nope, it is they. That's fine. But, yeah, this actually went fairly well for, you know, being, like I said, a relatively risky thing, I think, to use in rated. But, my team was already... Everybody else was, you know, going, like, all raid or almost all raid when I got here, so I didn't feel as bad about it as I otherwise might. And the enemy Gazome came up on me, and I'm about to do quite a bit of damage to it because of that. And I saw that the entire enemy team was uphill from me there, so I thought hiding might be a good idea. Can pull back and line up a better shot. Gonna try and finish that Gazome, or at least get a shot in on it. Oh well, it came to me. That's good. And it's still trying to get me, but it has just used its tackle. Unfortunately, it's got support from uphill, so I'm going to die, especially now that I'm the only one alive. We're only down about 500 points, which is probably in and of itself a miracle because of our weird team composition. I mean, the Shazam Gallus kind of has an advantage because it is in its first week. So, I'm recording this the Sunday of its banner week, so people maybe don't know quite as well how to handle it. Or how to fight against it more properly is what I mean. So that might be working in our favor. It might not, but you know, we do better on a raid-heavy team than I honestly expected us to. I let the Gallus take over because it's better at doing what it's doing than I am. Moved in in the meantime though to get a good shot, and now now there is a Pale Rider Gleisner type in my face, so... But it is now out of my face, so I will kill that person. There we go. So yeah, I've gotten a couple of kills here so far, which, again, I think it's pretty good, because this really is kind of outclassed at 500, even if you're using the level 5, which is, in fact, 500. Tagged the Pale Rider again, hitting it with some chest Gatling shots to follow up. And I'm dumb enough to follow it down into the water, sure. For one thing, it has to work harder to stun me down here than I do to stun it. I've stunned it twice. There is someone coming up behind me, which is a problem, so you can probably see me starting to rush things a little bit, but yeah, there's the Gazome. Gleisner's hit me. It backed off. That was foolish of it. And the Gazome tackled me. I returned the favor. Used the flash. Got a downswing. Yeah, if nobody else ever came down here, I'd probably have this. Unfortunately, if my cannon hadn't been reloading and I'd had a better opportunity to hit its feet, I probably would have. But unfortunately, yeah, it's going to get the slash off and kill me now. But unfortunately, I did forget that the Gazome's Knuckle Buster does stun in a single shot, which, yeah. That would have been a good thing to remember, but oh well. Still, I did get one kill in a 2-on-1 and did make inroads into the third, so that's, I don't think, a terrible spot to be in. And I am going to come back in at D. I was considering jumping in at the base and trying to take C, but there's an awful lot of activity there. I don't think I could have done it, so this is just as well, because this will give me an angle on some people, like the aforementioned Gazome, which is one of the more vulnerable things to my cannon here. That, and I think the Mark II. Unfortunately, behind me is that Pale Rider VG once again, so... But if it wants a fight, I will oblige, because, again, it's a general. And this is not as bad at close-up fighting as you might think. It has a beam saber, of course. It has a flash bomb. So the one thing I sure don't want to be fighting at this range, though, is that Nero Trainer. It only finds me a couple of times during this round, which is, you know, definitely to my benefit. Calling for help, though, because, yeah, I really kind of don't want to get Nero Trainered. I may have gotten knocked down by an ally there, because my iframes, I thought, went awfully quickly. But, yeah, they're already saying, let's sortie together, so they've given up on me and the Gazome and the other Shazam Gallus, but it could be worse. We're behind by about 2,000 points. That's not great, but again, could be worse. So, looks like we've gotten a couple of people killed, though, as expected. Number 5 is going to go next, I think, because they are really in there. 2 and 4 seem to be fighting a couple of people, so if they could have wiped them up a little quicker, might have had an advantage, but they didn't, so now the whole enemy team can be here, which I do not mind fighting. You know, again, I don't mind fighting the Pale Rider. The Nero Trainer, I would much rather not. So I am... It's gotten to the point where I'm kind of watching it, though, just because, yeah. Now, luckily, I knew what was going to happen here. Pale Rider stumbles, Pale Rider Hades, Pale Rider gets stunned, Pale Rider gets stunned, Pale Rider gets stabbed. So, you know, it's just one of those things of, the better you can predict the timing on something, the better you can do. And that truck will never walk again, but it really did save that Mark II's life, tragically. See, tagged that, but it was too late. Did get the flash on that Mark II and down swung it. And somebody finish it? Okay, nope, not quite enough. If somebody else had been ready to fire, we'd have had it, but it did not work out that way. And now I'm trying to finish it with Vulcans, and we got it. Unfortunately, that other person did get killed. I don't think we're going to win this one, but as close as we've gotten. And that was just, you know, at this point, I'm just pushing as hard as I can, because I thought it was winnable, honestly. We were getting close, but unfortunately the end result being that I kept hitting that poor Vosky in the back. Right now I've got the Nero Trainer and the Gazome on me, so yeah. And time is over and we did not make it, but I thought it was a pretty good showing. We'll see what my score looks like in the end, but you know, it was fun actually. I got top damage at 96,000. That's pretty good. I think, you know, getting top damage as the support in a room full of raids, I think is not bad. 4 kills and 3 deaths, that seems about right. But that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. Hope you enjoyed the round, Dark. I had fun with it. So till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! I have to admit I was tempted. I saw the Gundam Ground Type Robot Spirits anime figure on Amazon for like $65, which as Robot Spirits go is not terrible. But haven't pulled the trigger on that yet, but I well might, because those anime figures are so nice.